Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. This is it.
This is Top Flight Time Machine. I am Andy Hotbody Dawson. Pow, pow, pow.
I am Sam Nifty Delaney. So what?
Welcome along Friday morning episode, Thursday evening if you're IFS. We were just talking there before we started working out whether to leave in the bit that we were just doing some random talking, and then it started to annoy me, so I just killed it. So I might leave
What,
it
the
in.
random talking annoyed you? Sorry, mate. I was
No, it wasn't
enjoying
that. It was just it didn't quite feel episode-y. I don't know.
Well, what I was saying was, if you look on Patreon, other podcasts, one of the most popular things that podcasts charge extra for is behind the scenes chat.
Yeah.
Like after show or pre-show chat. But I don't see how that would differ from... It's not like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just talk fucking endless arbitrary bollocks on air and off air.
Yeah.
So there'd be no... It's not like you're going to get some real added insight to them that they wouldn't usually reveal.
I'll tell you what annoyed me about it when we were talking about leaving it in or not leaving it in. It started to remind me of when you get documentaries, and they always have that bit where the documentary person that's been interviewed is getting mic'd up. And they include that in the documentary, or they'll get them to clap to do the fucking thing with the sound syncing and all that. And I just thought, oh, God, who needs that extra bullshit? Just get on with the fucking thing.
It's a bit smug, isn't it?
Yeah, but what we were talking about...
We work in the media, big fucking deal. This is the shit that goes down.
Sorry, we were both talking at the same time there. We were talking about the comedian Josh Pugh, who we both like, who does stuff on Twitter that's funny. So that's all we were talking about.
A funny man, that's it, a funny man. But you don't need to hear our recommendations. Just look him up on Twitter or Instagram, and he does very funny things.
Yeah. I'm going to see him soon. Sam's going to look out to see if he's anywhere local.
I'm going to look up,
for him
see if I can go. And I don't usually go to comedy shows, but I'd see him. I'm going to see if he's coming to London. Hey, do you want to hear what happened to me in a curry house on Tuesday night?
What would happen if I said no?
I'd just probably fucking... I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably record it as a voice note and tweet it.
It'd be like, no, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to say yes, of course, Sam.
Well, what happened is that I took my mate for a curry because it had been his birthday at the weekend, and I hadn't seen him or got him a present. So the simplest thing to do is say, right, we'll go out I'll take you out for dinner. So we went to our usual. We've got a usual that we go to, right? He lives in Kew, near the National Archive, I believed you went to the Cold War.
I went to the Cold War
exhibition.
Protect and Survive. Nuclear
it's a great
attack.
place. It's a great place to live. It's great to know that you're in close proximity to the National Archives at all times.
Oh, that's so good. I'm so lucky. I mean, it balances out the exorbitant mortgage payments that you have to pay to live there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you've got a botanical garden on one side, and on the other side, you've got every archived material in the history of the UK.
The history of everything.
So if you quickly think, I want to look at the minutes from the cabinet meeting in 1982 when they were making the decision to go to war with Argentina.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck this. I'm walking around there to read it right now.
Are they online? All of those?
Don't know.
I should mention as well, because I always do, that when I did go to the National Archives, I was chased by a goose.
Yeah, they do have geese there. But that's being chased by a goose is scary at the time. But looking back, I bet you cherished the memory and found it quite exhilarating. And you've been seeking the same buzz ever since.
I did find it exciting at the time, I'll be honest. Once I realised I'd outpaced the goose, I felt such a buzz. Such a rush.
Yeah, well, that must have been good. Was it before or after your son outpaced you at the Stadium of Light?
Oh, that's a good question. You know what?
You had to plough through him with a sliding tackle.
Possibly about the same time. Within a 6-month period, I reckon.
If the goose came second, it would have been just what you needed to restore your self-esteem.
Yeah. I could have been in a lot of trouble if I'd swept the goose away with a trailing leg.
Yeah.
Took it out.
Yeah, don't geese belong to the king, and you could be hung by the neck until dead.
I think so. He has all the geese.
If you did if you did a 2-footed stud showing tackle on the king's goose.
He has all the geese and he sells jars of goose fat at Christmas.
Yeah.
Through the Duchy of
Yeah.
Cornwall, which
And-
is not his anymore, except Donald Trump style. It's being run by his son while he's in charge.
Oh, by Prince William.
Yeah, he's got the duchy now, I think. Yeah.
What a fucking stitch up this stinking fucking
Dropped
country
in
is.
his fucking lap, it was.
Fucking hell. He's literally got the fucking keys to the biscuit factory.
Yeah.
The fucking cunt.
Yeah. Who actually
Anyway.
owns Duchy? Prince William. Yeah, he
Yeah.
owns it. He was just giving it.
Fucker.
Fuck the royals.
Fucking hell, though. I've had the Duchy original shortbread discs. They're not called discs, but that's how I think of them.
Right. Are
'Cause
they nice?
they're that thick. They're almost like the shape of like the training discs that you put out at football training grounds. Anyway, I mean, I don't know about you, mate, but I fucking absolutely love a what did I just say it was?
The Duchy,
What biscuit?
the shortbread discs.
Shortbread. Fucking hell, I swear, my nuts fucking going. That keeps
That's
happening
all right.
to me. Does it happen to you, mate?
What?
Like,
What'd you
I
say?
keep just forgetting. I just keep fucking forgetting words all the time.
Yeah. That's right.
Does that
I
happen
was
to you?
I was actually thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about the podcast. I was thinking we talk a lot on it and we talk
Yeah.
quite quickly. And I
Yeah.
thought at some point we'll gradually slow down, and maybe in
Yeah.
about 8 or 9 years' time, this podcast will sound like some kind of Radio 4
Yeah.
Thought for the Day thing.
There's no way our dads could do this podcast if
No.
we got ill.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
no. We're training our
Although
sons to do it, aren't we?
That would be quite a listen.
We're training our sons to take it over, like Prince William with the Duchy of Cornwall.
Yeah.
We're gonna
It's
hand
good
it
enough
over
for
to
the
them.
Royals. But unlike the Royals, we'd probably get fucking done by the tax man or something for that.
Fucking inevitable, isn't it?
I've got to actually mention my dad if we have time. 'Cause
Oh, let's
I
have
haven't
an
even got
update,
this-
yeah.
I haven't even got the fucking curry story out yet, but if we have time later, I'll tell you something about my dad. But so we went for this curry. It's a regular that we always go to near his rig. It's very it's scruffy-ish inside, but we love it. It's
That's
often
not always
quite
a bad thing.
empty.
Yeah.
No, it's always the food is great, and it's always empty-ish. And so what you get this situation where like there's always a waiter who is overly attentive because sometimes we're in there and there's no other customers, and so I think they do a lot of trade in takeaway like everyone does nowadays.
Right.
But so it's like, so we often get a situation, and it's been interchangeable waiters, but whoever the waiter is, he does a lot of. They must be told by management. They float around by your table a lot, like they won't fuck off.
Don't like
Now,
that.
sometimes I go with two mates, right? And sometimes it's just two of us. Sometimes it's three of us. The third mate, my Swedish mate Hack, he suffers from kind of social anxiety, right? And so
Why are we
whereas
laughing?
my other mate, son of Pyramid Game Steve Jones, right? He's more. I mean, me and him, we've been mates since we were like 3 years older. He's much more of my kind of living out loud persuasion.
Why
right?
did he not get the Pyramid Game handed down to him in the same way the Duchy of Cornwall was handed down?
He didn't
to
want it.
Prince William. Oh, he was
Didn't
offered
want
it.
He was offered it. He said it's
Yeah.
not for me.
Couldn't be asked.
And now
Too much admin.
he works for Eurosport now. Listen to this. You'll know why he doesn't fucking host the Pyramid Game, because his job is he works for Eurosport and he makes the snooker promos.
I've got the snooker on right now in the corner
He makes
of the
the
room.
fucking promos. You
I'm
cunt.
watching the
So
snooker.
if you know when they go, oh, I don't know what they say, but presumably they go,
Yeah.
this Thursday the fucking snooker's on.
Yeah.
So make sure you fucking watch, because it's going to
Wrap
be
your
fucking
eyes
great.
around that, you cunts. Yeah.
And in the background, they just like you just have to choose an exhilarating song, probably like "Mama, We're All Crazy Now" by Slade
Yeah.
would be playing in the background.
Very
Or
snookerish.
Snooker Loopy. I would, if I was him, I'd always use Snooker Loopy. I tell him that, but he doesn't listen. Anyway, he doesn't
fantastic.
just do the snooker; he does a number of sports.
I'm watching it now because it's an exciting match between Ronnie O'Sullivan, the genius, and Ali Carter, who I call the Brexit devil. Because
Lead
he's-
singer of UB40. I didn't know he was
That
doing
was Ali
snooker.
Campbell, mate. That's Ali Campbell.
Right, okay.
This is Ali Carter.
Yeah, I would say he'd be no good at snooker because he's always high on the old funny cigarettes. That fella, isn't he?
He'd be terrible at snooker. He wouldn't be able to focus.
He'd be all over the fucking gaff.
But Ali Carter's a very vociferous Brexiteer.
Is he?
So I call him the Brexit devil. There's someone at the door. Is it the postman? It's all right. It's all right. He's just delivered. He hasn't rang the bell. It's fine.
Okay.
Sorry. So he turned down. He turned down.
He turned down Pyramid Game because he's living the fucking dream, mate. He's a very talented sports promo maker.
Yeah.
And at the moment, he works for Eurosport, so he does the snooker, and I don't know what else, maybe the Speedway, not sure. What
That's
else
incredible, Cosmos. I've got the snooker on. It's actually Eurosport. It's on as well, you know. It's on in this room right now.
Well, Eurosport own all the rights, don't they? You can't get snooker elsewhere, can you?
ITV've got some as well.
Oh, have they?
ITV4, yeah. But anyway.
So anyway, we're in there. Like my mate Hack, he's very socially anxious. So if the waiter hangs around, it goes down like this. We're like in there having a laugh. They're usually having a few beers. I'm sort of just, happy and excited to be out with my pals, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I'll be going on and on, as you can imagine. And the waiter's like hanging about. And me and Pyramid Game, we'll just fucking ignore him until we need something like a poppadom, right? But my mate Hack, he'll do all this stuff. How long have you worked here? And we're like,
what?
Oh, for fuck's sake. You don't,
no.
Well, you don't need to fucking talk.
Don't bring him into the evening.
Don't bring him into the evening. Oh, it's a bit rude if not. It's not fucking rude. He doesn't want to fucking talk to us. Does he want to talk to us, or? We're fucking boring. Leave him alone. Oh. He's there because his fucking gaffers told him to stand there. He looks like he doesn't want to be there anyway. The last thing he needs to do. The other one time he started asking him, also, where are you from? And asking him questions about what. Oh, Bangladesh. Yeah. What region? Oh, yeah, I think I know that. Yeah. And the food's a bit spicier there, isn't it? Shut up. No one cares. Don't leave him alone.
That's not what I was expecting when he said social anxiety. I just thought he'd be nervous and jittery and not see anything.
He's nervous, but the nerves come out in him feeling like he has to sort of be... When you're out, he just has to be polite to everyone in a way that... I don't know where it comes from. Anyway, doesn't matter because he didn't come the other night. So it was just me and Pyramid Game. And we were like... The waiter was still floating about, but we were happily ignoring him unless we needed him, which was... For me, that's good for everyone.
It's the correct procedure. I mean? Yeah,
it's a great correct procedure. But we've been there about 20 minutes. We've ordered some drinks, some poppadoms, and when he comes back to take the main order, I sort of do a double take, right? Because my mate's ordering something from him, like another pint, and the geezer's wearing a white shirt and black slacks, which is a pretty basic waiter attire, right? Yeah. But he's got a fucking envelope, like a torn sort of envelope, right? Sellotaped with normal sellotape that you use just to his chest. What? Right? And written on it, right? Now, I'll give away... I thought about whether to give away the name of the restaurant because you get weirdos looking it up. But I'll tell... It's a great restaurant. It's a great restaurant, right? And it's called Rah Rah, okay?
Right.
And on this fucking scrap of paper that he's got sellotaped to his chest, right? Rah Rah is written, but just in biro, scruffily, not neatly, right? So I fucking clock this, and I'm like, and he turns to me with his thing, goes, and for you, sir? And I go, never mind that, what's all this? And he went,
tell me
he went, what? I thought, I'm not going to fucking ignore, this is mental.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm going to send you the picture, Andy, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to send you the picture.
Oh, okay? You took a picture?
And yeah, that's the end. I've given away a bit of the end of the story here, but it was mad, right? And I thought
it would have his name on it at the very least, not the name of the restaurant.
It's the name of the restaurant, but it's not like the paper. When I say scrap of paper, like an old envelope that you've got like a bill or a letter in, and you tear it open and then it just hangs around on the table because you forgot to put it in the recycling, right? It was one of those. It's the sort of bit of old envelope that you quickly write a number down on. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Can I make a guess and make a guess as to what this was before we get there? No, don't. All right.
Well, because you'll guess right, and then that's the story fucked.
Okay.
Right? So
I'll tell you afterwards if I guessed right or not.
I've gone,
I'm going to do? I'm going to write it down in an envelope, Brendan Rodgers style.
All right.
And then I'll open the envelope at the end.
Like when we did the mind reading on our live shows,
chips.
which was
Fucking
incredible. Yeah,
spookily
that was
accurate,
actually
yeah.
incredible. So
Do you want to do it now?
So,
do you want to do it now? Do you want to think
yeah,
of a shape
write
now?
down what you think happened before I tell you what happens.
Never mind that. Do a shape. You think of a shape. I'll tell you what it is. You got one?
Yeah, go on.
Triangle.
Nah, sorry, mate. It was a circle.
Fuck.
Nah, never mind. We have to be in the same room for it
Got
to
to be in the
work.
same room. Yeah.
I'd gone, what's all this, mate? I said it with a smile on my face. I wasn't being aggressive, but I went, what's all this? Because I thought it would actually be weird not to bring it up. It was so mad. And he
Elephant
goes,
in the
what?
room.
And I said, come on. What do you mean, what? You know what I'm on about. What's this fucking, why is that sellotape to your shirt? And he goes, well, sir, he goes, unfortunately, the shirt I am doing an Indian accent because he was Indian, right? The shirt he was wearing, I was wearing, had the name of my previous employer on, which was,
my guess.
another Indian restaurant. And I go, oh, I didn't
Brilliant.
notice that. I didn't notice that when I walked in. And my mate Pyramid Game goes, I did. Right? He goes, so the boss has made me stick this on. And I was like, fucking hell. I said, no, all due respect, but like, it's got to have been better to have just fucking, have one night with the fucking Arrival restaurant's name on. Like, what's the worst that can happen? I'm not going to fucking look at your shirt and go, oh, what's that? Oh, Star of Bengal. Oh, fucking hell, that sounds nice. Do you know what? Fuck it, I'm going there.
Let's go there. Yeah,
See ya.
cancel the order.
See ya. No, cancel. Sorry, we're going. Right, that sounds well nice. Like, just the way it's embroidered on your shirt, I can tell it's a classy joint.
Because obviously, if you're wearing that and you're working here, it means that place is better. So that's where
It's
I'm going to
better.
go.
Yeah, exactly. See you later, cunt. Right. So I said, and he goes, well, what the boss wants, what the boss gets, right? And I was like, well, I said, good luck, Chair. I actually think it's amazing. And thank you. It's made my evening. So he was like, all right. And then after that, we were sort of having a little bit of banter when he came back and forth. And at the end, I said to him, here, mate, I paid the bill. And I paid it and I went, listen, it's his birthday. I mean, it wasn't his birthday. It wasn't Pyramid Game. It was Pyramid Game's birthday. I said, this is his birthday treat that I'm getting him. Could we have a photo of you both together so we have something to remember this evening by? And he went, of course, sir. Many happy returns. Right? So they posed next to each other. And of course, the entire thing was, I have to have a photo because I wanted to go home and tell my kids about it.
Yeah.
And I thought they either won't believe me or they won't understand how strange it is unless I have photographic evidence, right? So he was like, fine. So I did loads of photos, but unbeknownst to him, I was cropping out my mate in every photo and just
Zooming
literally
in on
taking a
his shirt.
picture of the label.
Yeah.
It was so good. And like when we left the restaurant, we looked at these pictures. And I can honestly say, like, we just didn't stop laughing for about the next. It was one of those ones where you just had to keep looking again and again and again because it was so mad. And really, as you can tell by the way I'm talking about it, it was very much the highlight of my week, and it's winging its way to you right now, so we can get a live reaction from you when you see the picture.
Arrive in the WhatsApp app here on my phone. Any minute now, it should be. It should drop, as I think they say.
Yeah, like my brother's documentary did the other day. Oh, bollocks! I'm sending it back. Oh, this is ridiculous. Sorry.
You sent it back to yourself.
I've sent it back
You
to
sent
my
it back
mate.
to Pyramid Game.
Yeah, I sent it to Pyramid Game. That'll weird him out. Actually, it probably
Here
won't.
it comes.
He'll
Here
just
it
think
is.
it's so
Here it
funny
is.
that.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at it right now. Zoom it in.
Look at the geezer's face. Look at the geezer's face. Look how it's written. I mean, it's not even. I mean, I'm no art director, but I have, I've run magazines, and you do have to have some knowledge of the basics of design, right? Fucking centre it. Centre the word at least, right? Do you know what it reminded me of? Do you remember when we did our George Lucas bit on our first live tour?
Yes.
And I was supposed to have got hold of an R2D2 baseball cap. But for whatever reason, I didn't, or I forgot it, or left it somewhere.
I think you forgot it. You did have one. We saw one at one point, but you'd forgotten it.
Yeah, and I just fucking forgot it. And so instead, in the like sort of dressing room bit in Newcastle at the stand, which actually was the same dressing room that was invaded by a madman last time we were there. Man,
yeah, correct. Still at large, I believe.
I just wrote, yeah, he's still at large in Newcastle, legend. Keep going, mate. Keep going. We're all behind you. You're the last hope we've got after they fucking caught that escapee from Wandsworth.
Because, of course, there was a fella who egged Prince Charles in York the following day. We suspected it was him.
We
just
think
kept
it's the
running
same guy, yeah.
all the way to York and chucked a couple of eggs at the king.
Anyway, we just sellotaped an envelope then to my baseball cap and wrote Space Film on it.
Space Film.
And it was just with normal W.H. Smith sort of sellotape you used to wrap presents with. And that's what this reminded me of.
C3PO, Anthony, what's his second name again?
Anthony Daniels.
Anthony Daniel, he was on Breakfast this morning. He's selling off all his stuff. He's auctioning all his memorabilia and his fucking C3PO head. And all that, and he had a copy of the original script that he sent, and it says on the front, "The Star Wars," because that's what it was going to be called originally.
The Star Wars.
He's like, "Oh, look, there you go, look at that. That's how you can tell it's original because it
that
says
makes it extra
the Star
special.
Wars. The
so
space film." It says.
If you're watching, you like the look of that, look me up. My name on eBay is A Daniels C3PO 111 1977 XY.
And I'm going to want at least 10 grand for that.
I want 10 grand. That's my reserve price, right? So no time wasters and collection only. I'm not fucking around down the post office.
Jalapeño.
Here's a brief but annoying message to let you know that you wouldn't be hearing this brief but annoying message if you were a subscriber to our Iron Filing Society Patreon offering.
For the price of a pint and a St. Clement's each month, you can get up to 4 episodes a week, 9 months before the rest of the world gets them. Early access to regular episodes, lots of other marvellous benefits, and there's absolutely no adverts or brief but annoying messages like this that will get right on your tits.
Find out more and subscribe now at tftimemachine.com/ironfilings.
Jalapeño. Jalapeño.
I've interviewed Anthony Daniels before on TV, and I don't want to get myself into trouble, but I will say
was it
there was a
challenging?
vibe. There was a vibe that I did not enjoy.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. It's difficult. Did you get a vibe off him when you saw him on the box this morning? Did you think that's a man who could be a bit difficult?
I felt he was there to do what he needed to do.
Get the job done.
I didn't feel a great deal of natural warmth coming from the screen.
Did he ring it? Do you reckon he rang up? Listen, it's Anthony Daniels here. Yeah. Anthony fucking Daniels. Anthony Daniels.
TH.
Fucking hell.
Not just a
All
T.
right, look.
Anthony.
C3PO, fine.
Now you understand.
Yes, I've also done other roles, but including several stage fucking productions that got fantastic reviews, but fine. You're obviously a fucking idiot, so let's just say Anthony Daniels, who plays C3PO. Now listen up.
Swine.
I've got a load of fucking gear, swag, merch that I need to fucking shift.
I've got a lifestyle that needs to be financed.
I've had an absolute cunt of a tax bill. And so the time has come for me to flog off all this fucking shit that's been in my big yellow storage. If only to ditch the fucking monthly payment, which is £500 for their second smallest fucking unit, if you can believe it. 500 quid a month.
It's half the price up in York, up north.
They get you in. It's £1 introductory offer for the first 2 months. Then you forget about it and they whack the price up straight away on the 3rd month. And then every fucking year, without you noticing it, they add more. 500 quid now. Fuck that. I'm flogging everything and I'm shutting the big yellow down.
Hey, listen to this though. I've just had a look at the story. The famous gold helmet he wore for his character in the first film is estimated to sell for up to £1 million, Sam.
It's just fucking silly. I mean,
have you still got your space film cap? Have you still got that? Because that could.
I'll have it lying around somewhere.
Got a space film tape to the front of it.
Do you know what? We should definitely think about auctioning off some tat.
Yeah, not for £1 million. Daniel
we'll
said.
see.
Daniel said he was excited for his collection to find a good home. Yeah, of course he is. He's excited for his bank.
It's
bank
important
account.
to me that it doesn't go to a bastard.
Yeah, yeah. He's excited for his bank account to find a good stuffing.
You don't give a fuck, mate. Fucking
says-
Peter Sutcliffe could buy this gear from prison and you'd be fucking rubbing your hands as long as you got the price you wanted, you fucking liar.
He says, I realised I had these items and they're not unloved, but they are unlooked at.
Which is a shame.
We don't have them crowding the sitting room. Will I feel sad to part with them? No. I will enjoy the fact people will cherish and display them and give me vast amounts of money for them.
Well, I
Fucking
miss them. No, I will not miss them. I will, every time I do get a pang of sadness or nostalgia, I will simply open my NatWest banking app and look at my fucking balance.
There's bits of the Millennium Falcon in there as well. He says, I did rescue those pieces of the Millennium Falcon from a bonfire at the back of Elstree Studios after production finished on Return of the Jedi. he's ransacked a bonfire.
Hey, what's burning over there? Fucking hell. Hey, Kenny. He's going to Kenny Baker. Kenny, go on, you get in there. You're smaller than me, so you'll be able to dodge the flames better. Go on, jump in and see what you can get out. Kenny Baker's like, I don't see why I need to fucking do it.
Just get in there.
Get
I'm
in
the
there,
boss.
Kenny, you little twat. But we were only saying, like, earlier this week that the biggest cunt in the entire Star Wars franchise, of which there's about fucking 1 million different things now, but still, to this day, all these years later, the biggest cunt in the whole Star Wars universe is C-3PO.
Yeah, we called him Space Lampard, didn't we?
Space
Yeah.
Lampard. I mean, like, yeah, some people call me the Space Lampard.
Fucking
Some
hell,
people
brilliant.
call me a fucking cunt.
I've just got this image of him dressed as C-3PO ransacking the bonfire for bits of the Millennium Falcon. He probably put it on to protect himself from the flames.
Probably.
Do you know if this costume is flame retardant? I don't know, mate. I'll soon find out. In I go. Fucking hell. I'm sorry, how did we get onto that?
I went to a gig last night, right? But it was like really far from my house. So it's like Thursday, and I'd been out already on Tuesday night. So 2 nights in a row. Fucking hell, that's a massive deal, right? And like the first night was the Curry, and that wasn't too far away. But this was in Hackney. It's like the other side of London from me. And I was meeting my brother there, and I went, what time do you want to meet? And I thought, maybe we'll meet a bit earlier in the evening and have a drink or whatever. And he was like, oh no, I'm going for dinner first, so I'll just meet you at the venue just before the gig starts, 8:45. So I'm at home, right? It's November now. It's dark, really
it can be
dark,
arsed.
pretty cold,
Yeah.
and it's raining, right? And I thought, I've got to get all the way to the station, and then it's like 40 to 45 minute train ride across
Blimey.
London. And it's not even like, he bought the tickets and set the old night up, but he's like, I'll just meet you before we go in. And that's a bit like, what? So we're just going to meet at the door, walk in,
Stand there
watch the band,
silently.
and then
Yeah.
leave. Oh, great. Really nice catching up. Really good quality time together, bro. Right? But I thought, fuck it, I'm going to do it. It's a band that I like called US Girls, right? And I thought, yeah, fuck it. Fuck it, I'll go. But what I did was, I had the bright idea of downloading 2 episodes of a show that I like onto my phone. And I thought, oh, fucking watch telly on the way. That then 45 minutes
Yeah.
passes, no problem. That's the length of about 1 episode. The show that I've been watching is called The Offer. And it's the dramatisation of the making of The Godfather. Have you heard of this?
No.
It's
Well, I'm
on
interested.
Paramount Plus. Paramount made The Godfather, so it's basically a show celebrating their biggest ever success as a company, right?
Yeah.
So it's all, obviously it's all set in the 70s. It looks beautiful. It's a really high budget production. For some reason, because it was on Paramount Plus, which doesn't seem to be one of the more famous streaming services, you can get it here if you've got Sky Cinema. It comes free with
You
it,
get
right?
it free, yeah. That's how I've got it. Yeah.
and they do a lot of shows, loads of shows. And I only started watching this because on the plane to New York, it was just the first 3 episodes were on there, right? You know, so I watched 3 episodes.
They've got the Frasier reboot as well, which is on.
They do, yeah.
Which
they
I'm
also
enjoying.
have they've got a Sylvester Stallone gangster series as well,
right?
called King of Tulsa, which is quite poor, really. But anyway, this is brilliant. I loved it, and I'd read quite a lot of books before about Paramount in the 70s and the making of The Godfather, and I'd interviewed Robert Evans, who's that famous like Hollywood super producer of that age, who did Chinatown and Love Story and The Godfather movies and various other hits, and he was a he's the ultimate kind of living out loud bloke of all time, basically, right? He was married to Ali McGraw and stuff like that, right? And I interviewed him because he wrote a brilliant book called The Kid Stays in the Picture, and I interviewed him when that came out. He's a legend. So there's an actor playing him, there's an actor playing Coppola, there's an actor playing Al Pacino, and there's an actor playing Marlon Brando. The whole thing is like it's fucking fascinating. It's a 10-episode series, and it's all like, you know, the mob were involved because the screenplay got out, and Sinatra realised that character Johnny Fontaine was based on him, and he was fuming, and he spoke to he was fuming that it indicated he had links to the mob. So his response was to go to his friends in the mob and get them to try and shut the movie down, right? Which they attempted to do. And, you know, there were pretty violent threats towards the producers and stuff in the early stages. So it's quite exciting, right? It's all like, it's Hollywood overlapping with New York, mafia stuff. It's absolutely brilliant. Anyway, that's just a straightforward recommendation. But I watched an episode on the way there. I got to this venue. It's called the Moth Club in Hackney, right? And it's like a really old school veterans social club, right?
Right.
Really, it's actually great inside. It's like not a fucking single fixture and fitting looks like it's been changed since the 1960s, right?
Brilliant.
And it's pretty small. It's pretty small too. And this band, well, it's a solo artist, really. US Girls, they go by that, but it's really just her. And they've got a decent following. And so the fucking venue was rammed to fuck, right? And I was comfortably the second oldest person there. The oldest person there was my brother. Right? It was quite a hipstery crowd. I was quite crushed. It was standing room only. And I was standing quite near the door, and people kept coming in and out. And I was getting very grumpy. Stop going in and out. Can you just stand and watch the music concert for 5 minutes? Right? I was not happy with the sound quality, although I think they're a great band. I felt that the singer's mic was too low, Andy. Too low.
Right.
Do you ever experience that and get frustrated at, you go to loads of gigs?
Most gigs I see, they've all got monitors, so that you'll see various members of the group telling the sound guy to put them up, or
that's what I thought would happen from the first fucking thing. I thought I couldn't see where the sound guy was, but I thought she's gonna fucking indicate, 'cause she had an earpiece in.
Yeah.
But no. And then I thought, well, maybe she likes it this way. Who knows? But anyway, it basically got to 10:30. I knew I had a very long journey home because even once I get back on the long train ride, I then have to get back from the station in a car, which I've left at the station. So it's quite a fucking long thing. And there's all these people pushing and shoving, and I just thought, I've still got 1 and a bit episodes of that Godfather thing to watch on my phone. So I just fucking left. I said to my brother, see ya. I'm going.
Lovely. Yeah.
I said, I'm going. I said, I have enjoyed it, but I've got this thing to watch, so bye.
It's so liberating leaving a gig before the end.
Yeah, it was really nice. I got on the train.
You know what I mean? What are you missing?
Fucking encores are annoying.
Yeah.
The encores are annoying nowadays as well. They just go on for too long. First of all, I resent the fact that they hold back their best songs to the encore, right?
Yeah.
I think you should open with the best song. I think open with your best one. Yeah, that's fair.
End on a stinker. Give people a chance to leave.
Yeah. And, at the Level 42 gig, it was fine because it's all killer, no filler. Every single fucking song is a hit.
I'll confess, when I went to see Level 42 at the Glass House in Gateshead the other week, I left before the encore.
Early. So did you miss them doing Hot Water?
I did. I factored that I wasn't that bothered about Hot Water.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew it would be Hot Water because I've seen them before.
I'd seen
and
the
it
set
is
list.
one of their best.
I saw the
It
set
is one-
list.
Yeah, it is one of their best. But the thing about Level 42 is you've got so much quality through the gig.
Yeah.
You haven't had to sit through any ones that you don't know and think, oh, that's a bit shit.
I was sat right in the middle, so it's like a 26-seat long row. I'm in seat 13, and I thought, if I stay at the end, I'm going to have to wait for the fucking 13 people to shuffle out and everyone else to come out from their rows as well. I'm going to be like, it's going to take 10 minutes to get out of the building. I'm not that arsed about seeing Hot Water live. I'd rather get out, get in the car, get home,
agree.
beat the
I
traffic.
think you're right. I felt smashing. I watched the offer. I had, like I say, an episode and a bit. The journey flashed by. Then I got back late to the station. It was nice and quiet. Got in my car, drove home, listening to the radio. It was lovely. So I think now I'm going to start doing it more. I am
Just
going to
go out
start
and don't
doing
even
it more.
go to the gig. Just go out.
Now you've endorsed
for
it
a
as
little train
well.
ride.
Yeah, it's
Go home again.
lovely. I thought you might criticise me because you're like a gig pro, and you're and you have a lot of protocols that you espouse around gig going.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure how you'd react to that, but I'm glad that you've endorsed it because I'm gonna start doing it more.
What I do, I always have a look at the set list on the website setlist.fm, see what they've been playing in the nights before, and you can see what the last song's going to be.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And then if I don't care particularly for the last song, I'll leave sort of halfway through it if I can. Or in this case, Level 42, I was trapped in the seat that I was in, so I just left before the encore. I didn't care for the other two songs in the encore either.
I can't remember the other two.
Staring
one was an
at the
early
Sun
one.
was one, I think, and
that's like a bit. That's one that the real old fans like, I think.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what the other one is. Maybe it's the Chinese Way.
That might have been one of the three as well. But Haircut 100. When I saw them the other week, brilliant. But they did for the encore. They did the 12-inch version of Boy Meets Girl.
Oh,
which
they already done the 7-inch version.
They'd already done the ordinary version, then they did the extended version for the encore. And I thought, sorry lads, been great and everything, but
you're milking it now.
I'm aware.
You're milking it. Yeah. I just believe in them doing the best. I remember I read a book once by one of the members of the Eagles, not one of the two main ones, but the guy who co-wrote.
Sub-Eagle.
Yeah, he was a sub-Eagle, but he did co-write Hotel California.
Right.
And he played the guitar solo on it because his nickname was Fingers, which I assume was because of his guitar plucking ability.
Not because of his fingering ability.
Not his friggin' technique. Friggin'. That's an old one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he was writing about like when they absolutely went stratospheric with the release of Hotel California, and that song in particular had been number one in like, you know, the Billboard charts, all the rest of it, right? And he said we did our biggest ever gig at some like the Rose Bowl Stadium or something like that, and it was whenever mid-70s, and they come on stage but it's totally dark, so no one can actually see them yet properly. And then he went, we just thought, fuck it. And we just opened the set. There's like, you know, those mad American concerts where there's 100,000 people.
Yeah.
They opened the fucking set. Last minute decision. They opened the set of Hotel California.
Right.
And I thought, that's how to do a fucking gig.
That's
come
out,
out.
isn't it? All right, cunts.
Come out. And it's a proper all right cunt.
Yeah.
It's like, Terry Hall's dead now. And sorry if you didn't know that. Sorry if you're listening to this in the past, but Terry Hall is dead, so I won't see the specials again. But I did see the specials twice, and I made a habit of, as soon as they set foot on the stage, I would be shouting, "Do Ghost Town!" because I think it's a funny thing to do. So now at any gig I shout, do Ghost Town, whoever's playing, as soon as they come on. Yeah, because, you know, even if you're not the specials, do Ghost Town anyway.
Yeah,
it's a great song. Everyone wants to see a Ghost Town.
Yeah, we'll have to do it in our next live shows that we do then, so people can shout "Do Ghost Town" at us.
Yeah.
And we
Why
fucking
must
will.
the you fight amongst themselves?
Right, we fucking will do it. Hey, tell you what, right? We'll get an update on your dad on the Monday episode because we've done far too much and we've got some predictions to do as well. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's all try hard here. Manchester United versus Luton.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell. It's like, do you know what? Now I can't afford to say a Luton win because
I know
it's like I'm too far behind. I can't take
it feels
chances.
like a 1-0
So
to Luton, doesn't it? But you can't.
it does feel like 1-0 to Luton, but I'm going to have to say 2-0 Man U.
I'm going to go 1-0 Man U.
I don't want to say it. I think Luton could win this.
They could very easily win it, but I think it's going to be 1-0 Man U. Very close. Crystal Palace versus Everton. I'm going to give that a 2-1 to Crystal Palace.
I think that'll be 1-0.
Okay. West Ham United versus Nottingham Forest. What do you say?
I'm going to 2-1 West Ham.
2-1 to West Ham. I think he'll win that one 3-0, Sam.
Wow. Well, we always concede, so.
Okay. That's got to end then, hasn't it, eventually? Surely a record like that's got
Maybe.
to come to an end. We don't fucking know. The scores prove we don't know fuck all. Sunderland versus Birmingham, Saturday lunchtime on Sky. Clear your diaries.
Ooh.
I'll go first on this. I'll go for a 2-0 to Sunderland.
I'll say 1-0 Sunderland.
Against Birmingham and beleaguered Wayne Rooney, who the fans are already calling for his head.
What? Is Wayne Rooney the manager of Birmingham now?
Yeah, he took over about 3 weeks ago, and they haven't won
he?
yet, and they want him out.
Legend.
It's mad.
Fucking loving that. We haven't even talked about that Colleen Rooney doc.
No, we haven't. It's so good, isn't it?
We'll talk about it. It's so good. Fucking
We'll do
love
that.
Colleen
We'll do
and
that
I
on
love
Monday.
Wayne. They're Britain's best couple. It's
Yeah.
just end of. They're just fucking sensational, aren't
It's
they?
fantastic. Finally, Bournemouth versus Newcastle United.
I say Bournemouth 1, Newcastle 3.
I was going to say exactly the same. Yeah. Sad, but there you go. Right, that's it. And that's the predictions. That's pretty much everything we've got to talk about. Plenty to come on Monday. I'm sure we've teed it up for you. You're all really excited. Can't wait for Monday to come. Subscribe to the IFS. You'll probably get Sunday evening. Oh yeah, talking about gigs. There's a thing on Sunderland on Saturday called Waves, the Waves Festival, and there's about 20 different bands on in about 6 or 7 different venues throughout the day. And you buy a ticket and you just go to whichever venue you want, whenever you want, to see whichever band you want.
That's brilliant.
And I'm going to go to that Saturday evening, so that'll be a load of fun.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
There you go. Say hello if you see me. Always nice to chat to a cunt or two.
Tap your nose.
Tap the nose, yeah. All right then, thanks very much and goodbye.
Goodbye.